I enjoyed it from day one, and I still enjoy it, you know, and been farming all my life. Part of a family farm with 2 sons and wife and 2 daughters. I want to stay here. I'd like to keep working on the farm till I physically can't. I think you have to have a passion and that survival instinct to say, this is our farm, no one's going to take it off us, and you'll sacrifice anything to keep it. Sugarcane farming is very community-based and supports a lot of families. It keeps small towns going. If you're a pure businessman, you'd never own a cane farm. It's just a passion in your life. The problem never started off as a problem we thought that there was. We were told about the problem. That reef is it's a nice piece of work out there, and no one wants to see it destroyed. But the perception was we were destroying it almost intentionally, and that's the point I didn't like. It was high rainfall events, washing nutrients and chemicals, and rather than stay on the farm, we're leaving it via the water and ending up in creeks and then out into the ocean. If stuff that runs off our farm is affecting the reef, we need to do what we can to reduce it. And that's the idea of the group, to get proactive and show what can be done, and hopefully that'll lead to change within the industry.
My name is Rob Cairns. I'm the WWF lead on Project Catalyst. We need to feed and clothe 7 billion people on the face of the planet. How do we grow food to feed the world and minimise our impact on the environment? Farming's not easy. They make really complex decisions, with the weather, with the weed control, with the pest control. I've never met a cane farmer who willingly wants to destroy the Great Barrier Reef. Nobody wants to do that. And when you look at it, growers are actually the ultimate environmentalists.
There's no point when we go broke and lose our farm. That's not a good outcome.
That's not a good outcome for anybody. And we've got no desire to push practices that send people broke. The trick is, how do we do it in a way that's economic, that's sustainable, that's good for everybody?
That's true. We can't work together. It's just going to be one fighting the other forever, So I think there's more that can be done by talking.
People like Jerry really inspire me. They make me believe that we can save the Great Barrier Reef. There's actually no driver for Jerry to get involved in this. There's no premium for his product at the end of the day. He does it because he thinks that it's good for his farm. He does it because he thinks it's good for his family. And he does it because he thinks it's good for the environment as well.
I'm Michelle Allen and I manage Project Catalyst for Coca-Cola. I think one of my favourite things about this project is that the growers lead it, and we're providing the financial support for them to speed the adoption of innovative practices, but they're the ones that are coming up with the ideas, they're the ones that are leading the project, and that is something very special.
Yeah, Coca-Cola's obviously got a real interest obviously in sugarcane as a raw product, but also because I've got this global desire to replenish. We realise that people like Coca-Cola, they probably have more influence and more control over the issues that we're trying to address than any other organisation that we can think of.
I think Coca-Cola sees itself as they've got a big place in the community, and I think they're just being a good citizen, I think.
WWF can't do this by ourselves. Cane farmers can't do this by themselves. Coca-Cola can't do this by themselves. But as a group, when we get together and we work on the bits that we agree on, that's just so powerful. I've been involved in a lot of programs. This is honestly one of the ones that I think is going to be game-changing. When I'm 80 years old and sitting on a veranda thinking, what did I do good in my life? Project Catalyst was it.
Till I started with this, the WWF was always seen as the absolute enemy to farmers. It seems to be, alliances between the WWF and farmers springing up everywhere. I think in the future, if you're not aware of the environment, you're not going to be able to farm. It's not so much a business, it's a way of life. I think my father would be very proud of what, we're doing here in the farm, and he'd love the fact that another generation's coming to the farm and keeping the name going. and he'd be very proud of it, I think.